My girlfriend said, "Seriously? You're mad I forgot our date night?" After standing me up for the third time, I said, "Not mad, just reminded." Then I made sure she'd never forget another date again. When she saw my calendar update, I-30 male sat at Enzo's for an hour and 20 minutes last Friday. Had a reservation for 7 p.m., ordered wine, told the waiter my girlfriend was running late. By 8:20, I paid for my wine, tipped generously for occupying the table, and left. No angry texts, no calls, just went home. My girlfriend Zara, 28, texted me at 11:30 p.m. Babe, just saw her text about dinner. Was it Petra's B-Day thing? You still up?" I responded, "No worries, sleep well." She showed up at my apartment the next morning with coffee and pastries. Her version of an apology. "I'm so sorry about last night. Petra surprised us with this whole escape room thing, and I totally lost track of time. You know how I am with my phone when I'm having fun." "It's fine," I said, taking the coffee. "You're not mad?" "Nope." She studied my face. "You sure? You seem off." "I'm sure. These things happen. Here's the thing, they do happen. Specifically, they'd happened twice before in the past 2 months. Our anniversary dinner, she forgot because her coworker invited her to a wine tasting. Concert tickets I'd bought months in advance. She double-booked a spa day with her mom. Each time, same pattern. Forgot, apologized with treats, I forgave, cycle continued. But this third time hit different. Not because I was angrier, because I finally saw the pattern clearly. I wasn't a priority. I was a calendar item that could be bumped. "So we're good?" she asked, already scrolling through her phone. "Yeah, we're good." She smiled, kissed my cheek. "You're the best." "Oh, Sienna's having a thing next Friday, but I'll try to keep it short so we can hang after." Next Friday was our standing date night. Had been for over a year. Every Friday, unless discussed in advance, we had plans. Movies, dinner, even just takeout at home. It was our thing. "Actually," I said, "let's talk about Friday date nights." She looked up from her phone. "What about them?" "I think we should cancel them." Her face went through several expressions. "Cancel? Our date nights? Why? They don't seem to be working with your schedule. Too much pressure trying to remember them every week." "Babe," I said I was sorry. "You can't punish me forever for a few mistakes." "I'm not punishing you. I'm adapting to reality. You have a busy social life. That's fine. Let's just remove the obligation." She set down her phone completely. First time that morning. "I don't want to cancel date nights, I just sometimes things come up." "Things always come up for you. That's okay. Some people aren't calendar people. I'm totally a calendar person. Look." She showed me her phone calendar, full of brunches, parties, gym classes, work events, no Friday date nights marked. "Interesting," I said. "What?" "Nothing. Just interesting." She left that morning confused but seemingly relieved. No big fight, no drama, just resolution. That night, I updated my Google Calendar, removed all our Friday date nights, then I added something new. Every Friday, 7:10 p.m., personal development time, unavailable. Then I did something else. I joined a cooking class that met Fridays at 7. Signed up for a 12-week course, paid in advance. Update 1, the next Friday came. My phone started buzzing around 6 p.m. "Zara. Hey babe, Sienna's thing was super boring. Wanna grab dinner?" "Me can't tonight. Have plans." "Plans? With who?" "Cooking class. Starts at 7. "Cooking class? Since when?" "Me since last week. It's every Friday." "But Friday is our night." "Me, we canceled that, remember? Too much pressure with your schedule." "I didn't think you were serious. I thought you were just upset about Enzo's." "I was serious. Have fun with Sienna." She called. I didn't answer. In class, learning to make pasta from scratch. She texted throughout the evening. "This is so petty. I can't believe her ignoring me. Fine, whatever. Have fun with her cooking. Actually, that's kind of hot that her learning to cook. Will you make me dinner tomorrow?" "Hello." I responded once class ended. "Class was great. Tired now? Talk tomorrow?" She showed up at my apartment that night. I was already expecting it. "You can't just replace me with a cooking class." "I'm not replacing you. I'm using my Friday nights for something reliable." "I'm reliable." I pulled out my phone, showed her my text history. 3 months of running late. Sorry, forgot. Rain check? OMG, totally spaced. That's not fair. You're keeping score. No. I'm keeping receipts. There's a difference. She tried a different approach. Soft voice, puppy eyes. "I'll do better. I promise. Cancel the class. We'll have amazing date nights." Class is non-refundable. Besides, I'm enjoying it. You're being ridiculous. Normal boyfriends would just be happy I want to spend time with them at all. There it was. The entitlement. You're right, a normal boyfriend probably would. Good thing you don't have one of those. She left in a huff, but I knew she'd be back. See, Zara had a pattern there too. She'd storm off, expect me to chase her, then graciously allow me back when I'd learned my lesson. Except I was done chasing, and the only lessons being learned were in my cooking class. Update 2, Week 2 of cooking class. Made a perfect risotto. Posted a pic on Instagram, just the dish, no caption. Zara liked it within seconds. Commented, "Save me some?" I didn't respond. That Friday, she tried a new strategy. Showed up at the cooking school. "Surprise, thought I'd join you." The instructor looked confused. "I'm sorry, we're full. This is a closed class." "But I'm his girlfriend." She pointed at me like that was a VIP pass. "Registration closed 2 weeks ago. Maybe next session?" She glared at me. I shrugged and returned to my cutting board. She waited in the parking lot. 3 hours. When class ended, she was leaning against my car. 3 hours, Diego. I waited 3 hours. Nobody asked you to. I'm trying here. I cleared my whole night for you. You cleared your night for you. I had plans. God, when did you become so consistent, reliable, present for my commitments? She changed tactics again. Fine, keep your stupid class. But Saturdays are ours now. I have gym Saturday mornings, free afternoon though. Perfect. Saturday date nights. I agreed. Why not? Let's see if she could manage Saturdays. Spoiler, she couldn't. The first Saturday, she was hungover from accidentally partying too hard Friday. The second, her sister needed an emergency shopping buddy. The third, she just forgot. Each time I made other plans. Meetups with friends I'd neglected. Movies she'd never watch with me. Museums she found boring. Her texts got increasingly frantic. Why aren't you fighting for us? Do you even want this relationship? I feel like you're slipping away. I responded honestly, I'm exactly where I've always been. You just never showed up. Then came the nuclear option. She made a public Facebook post. When you're trying so hard to save your relationship, but he's more interested in cooking classes than you. Had heartbroken but trying. Why are guys like this? The comments were predictable. Her friends rallying, calling me names, a few mutual friends staying notably silent. I didn't engage, but I did something else. I screenshotted her social calendar, the one she'd proudly shared that morning. Then I posted my own update. Interesting perspective. Here's her calendar this month. Notice anything missing? Hint, it's the boyfriend she's trying so hard to save things with. 23 social events, 0 designated couple time. The post went viral in our friend group. Comments flooded in. Wait, she hasn't scheduled a single date with you? Bro, I wondered why we never see you two together anymore. This is embarrassing for her. She called me screaming. Take it down now. Why? It's your calendar, your priorities. I just shared them. You're humiliating me. No, I'm providing context. There's a difference. She deleted her post. I left mine up for an hour, then removed it. Point made. Update 3 week 6 of cooking class. I'd progressed from basic pasta to complex sauces. My Instagram was full of food pics. Friends started asking for dinner invites. I started hosting small dinner parties, something I'd always wanted to do but Zara found boring. She wasn't invited to any of them. One Friday, I was prepping for class when she texted, "Can we talk? Please? I'll come to you. In class 7 to 10. Free after if urgent. I'll wait." And she did. Sitting on my doorstep when I got home, looking smaller than I'd ever seen her. "I missed you today," she said quietly. "Today specifically?" She nodded. "Fridays feel wrong now. Keep thinking you'll text about dinner plans." "Ah. I know I messed up. I didn't think you'd actually stop trying." "Trying what?" "To make us work. You always tried so hard. Made reservations, planned dates, reminded me about things." "Yes, I did. And I got used to it. To you always being there, waiting." I unlocked my door. "Want some tea?" She followed me in, looking around like she'd never seen my place. "You redecorated. Do things." New art from the markets I'd explored solo. Cookbook collection growing. Plants she'd said would die thriving. I made tea while she sat at my kitchen island, the one she'd never used because we always ate out or ordered in. "I keep making plans for Fridays," she said, then remembering you won't be there. "How's that feel?" "Empty. Really empty." "Yeah, I know that feeling." She looked at me then. really looked. You were lonely, even when we were together. Yep. I made you lonely. I sipped my tea, didn't confirm or deny. I scheduled you in, she said suddenly. What? She pulled out her phone, showed me her calendar. Every Friday marked date night with Diego, do not book. When? 3 weeks ago, after you posted that thing. And I've kept them clear. But you're never free. I'm in class. I know, I just thought, maybe if I showed you. Showed me what? That you can use a calendar? I knew you could. You scheduled 23 other things that month. She flinched. I prioritized wrong. You prioritized exactly what mattered to you, and that's fine, but I decided to do the same. So what now? We just exist separately? I don't know, Zara. What do you want? She was quiet for a long time. I want Fridays back. I want to matter enough that you'll skip class for me. I mattered enough to skip 23 events. Silence. I won't skip commitments I've made, I continued. Not for someone who couldn't remember the ones we made. She left that night without dramatics, no ultimatums, just quiet acceptance that she'd trained me to not wait for her, and now I wouldn't. Final update: the choice. My cooking class ended week 12. Final class was each student preparing a full meal for guests. I invited 2 friends from my hiking group. Zara texted that morning. Congrats on finishing class. Proud of you. Thanks. What's next? Another class? Haven't decided. Maybe we could do something together? Fridays? I thought about it, really did. 12 weeks of consistency, of showing up, of keeping her calendar clear. I'll think about it. That Friday, first one without class, I kept my evening free. Partly to see what I'd do with it, partly curious if she'd remember. At 5 p.m. she texted, "Hey, still thinking? I kept tonight open just in case. What did you have in mind? Anything you want, your choice. How about you plan something? Show me what you think a good date night looks like." Really? Okay, give me an hour. At 6:30, she sent an address. A restaurant I'd mentioned wanting to try months ago. She'd remembered. I arrived at 7. She was already there, early, with a book I'd recommended, reading at the table. "You're here," I said. 15 minutes early. Wanted to make sure we got our table. Dinner was nice. She put her phone away, actually listened when I talked about class, asked questions about what I'd learned. "So," she said over dessert. "What now? Now we see if this was a one-time performance or an actual change. Fair. What are your terms?" No terms. Just consistency. Show up when you say you will. Value our time like you value brunch with the girls. I can do that. We'll see. She did it for 3 weeks, then slipped. A friend's pre-birthday dinner she couldn't miss. But this time, she texted by Wednesday. "I know Friday is ours, but Lena's doing this thing. Can we do Thursday instead?" Progress. We're not back together. Not really. We're figuring it out. She schedules me in now, properly, like her other commitments. I don't wait around when she slips up. The cooking class led to a monthly supper club with friends. She comes sometimes, when she remembers, when she prioritizes it. The difference is, now when she doesn't show, I still eat. Turned out, I never needed her to remember date night. I needed to remember I was worth showing up for, with or without her. She learned her lesson. Not through punishment or revenge, but through experiencing exactly what she'd put me through, looking forward to something with someone who wasn't there. And me? I learned to make a killer risotto, and that sometimes the best response to being forgotten is to become unforgettable, not to them, but to yourself. Edit. Since people keep asking, yes, we're still figuring it out. 6 months later, she's better about showing up, about 80% success rate. I've maintained my boundaries. We don't live together, and I keep my own schedule full. It's not the relationship I originally wanted, but it's the one that actually works. Sometimes people can change, but only when they realize what they've lost. And sometimes what they've lost is the person who'd always wait for them.